Hey Kent, what's your trucker handle?
Wet Whiskers.
Wet Whiskers. All right, and this is Iron Dumpling saying, breaker, breaker, we got a new Gauntlet HD video coming up right now. What do we got behind us?
We have a 2014 heavy-duty Ram with a 6.4 HEMI.
We got a HEMI.
A gas engine.
And we got the Gauntlet, and we got another gorgeous day here in Colorado. And we're gonna take this bad boy, load it to the max, well, almost to the max, up the Gauntlet, and that is coming up next on
the Fast Lane Truck.
That is the Colorado Loveland ski area. And while today is a beautiful fall day, pretty soon there's going to be snow flying. Other changes coming for 2015 are right here. This is a 2014 model, but the only difference between this and the 2015 are the power mirrors. Now, in case you're wondering, we weighed this truck and it's a combined weight of 20,280 pounds, and that is within 100 pounds of the Chevy Silverado that we ran earlier this year. So this is a true apples to apples towing torture test. That's a lot of T's. All right, Kent, we're about to pop out of the Johnson Tunnel. Is this the Johnson Tunnel?
Well, I think it is. The Eisenhower's next door. Well, no, that's Johnson. Yeah. This is Eisenhower.
I don't know.
The first one was Eisenhower, that's this one.
Maybe that joke does get old. Anyway, we're about to come out of the Eisenhower Tunnel, and you may be wondering, if you're a careful observer of these Gasser HD videos, why are there only two of us in here? Because in the last video, it was Nathan, you, and Emmy, so we have one less person. But rest assured, we know about that, and we compensated for that so that these loads are equal for both trucks. They're within about 100 pounds of each other, which is about as close as we could get. All right, let's talk numbers. Today we're towing 12,500 pounds, which is essentially the same amount we were towing with the Chevy. Now the Ram does have a higher towing capacity, 15,500, but we wanted to keep it apples to apples once again, so we loaded it up with 12,000 in the back and 500 here for a combined 12,500 pounds going up the Gauntlet.
That's true. This has got the highest capacity of the three brands, the Detroit Big Three. This has got a higher trailer, and I don't know, the payload, they're very similar.
All right, now you're really flying, dude. You're doing almost 70 miles an hour.
I'm trying to slow down without getting too crazy. That's one thing when you're pulling trailers, you got to have that long vision of what the runway is way down the line, because you got to make your decisions farther ahead than you do with a car or empty pickup.
So how does it feel going down the hill?
It's fine. It's comfortable. You know, we don't have the water tank in the bed full, so we're having a little bit of sloshing, and it's comfortable. I'm not, it's not moving the truck around. So actually, we're doing a good job with our weight management.
And what you like about this truck is that your trailer gain controller is over here on the right side.
Yes, the manual controls on the right side. We're most of us right-handed. Nothing against left-handers, but every semi truck, the trailer brakes on the right hand. There's a reason for it.
Except for the Chevy.
Yes, Chevy did move them up, so they're a little better now. But
on the left.
Right, but if you're going to control the brake controller, this guy wants to move over. If you're going to control the trailer separately, there's a little finesse to that. So you're grabbing this manual control. You don't just grab and pull, because that just locks up the trailer. You're trying to ease into it. In addition to our towing capacity here, we've actually added a jack. This is the Ultra 4000 from UltraFab. That means it's got a 4,000 pound ton capacity, which is a very big bumper pull trailer. And it has a greasable shaft, very nice jack, helps us when we switch trucks.
Now we do have complete control, so it does tell you what our gain is, even though you're not in that screen right now.
Yeah, we set this at 5.5 because it's braking right. I know we Everybody complains because we don't have a high enough temperature on the brakes on the trailer, but we've done that last time where we set it up to 8 and didn't change the temperature on the trailer brakes.
Yeah, people certainly have their opinions when it comes to our brake trailer testing. But you know what, guys? We're doing the best that we can, and we've done enough of these runs now where I think I know we know what we're doing. And of course, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cup holders in the front here for all you European manufacturers. You don't get cup holders, but in America, gosh darn it, we can drive 1,000 miles without ever turning the wheel. We need a cup holder.
Well, yeah, what did we figure out this thing's a 34-gallon fuel tank?
Yeah.
That gives us a pretty long range. You need to take a lot of fluids with you to go that many miles.
And you need to get rid of a lot of fluids.
Well, that's why the cup holders, you got some going out, some going in.
That's right. We do cup holders well. We do trucks, and we do cup holders well. All right. Here comes our temperature test. We'll be measuring that in Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Here comes Andre. He's going to get the front. Remember, the old temperature on the Chevy was 323.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go for it, Andre. 323 was the front on the Silverado, and we've got 266. Oh, interesting.
That's
less.
not much.
All right, go get the rears, Andre. 283, Ken. 283 was what we were doing. Of course, this is a temperature variant too, right?
Yeah, it's a cold day.
We're at 206, much cooler.
Yeah.
So now we're going to burn up the trailer brake because that's going to be like 400. Which man we
not a 5.5 gain. I think we'll probably be 150 if we're anything.
Let's find out. And the temperature is 278.
Now,
What did I
the
say?
trailer?
Were you squeezing him?
No, I actually didn't brake that much. I want to show you RAM management on this. The tailgate you'll see is really close to the jack, and that's how it would be with any jack. Just happens to be the new electric one. And what we have up here with this RAM box, it has this cargo management, which I really like. And part of that cargo management is the rail system. You see the cleats, they'll move anywhere along that rail. You can tie things down. Being a RAM box, it's 4 feet 1 inch all the way to the front. So you got the same room everywhere you go.
All right, guys, let's get off this side of the road and up the Gauntlet next.
Oh, we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have fun. And the time to beat, just so you know, the time to beat is 10:38. 10:38. That would be the time to beat going up that
Laying
Gauntlet.
bets?
I'll bet you it'll be faster. It's easy.
Well, wait a minute. Then what am I gonna do?
All right, dude. I'm gonna bet you it's gonna be the same. How's that?
Okay.
Make it interesting.
It's gonna be faster.
All right. I'll bet you burger.
Okay, there you
Burger
go.
it is. Yes, indeed. It's a HEMI, a 6.4 liter to be exact, the biggest. It's 0.2 liters bigger than the Ford 6.2, and of course 0.4 liters bigger than the Chevy that we recently tested. It puts out 410 horsepower and 429 pound-foot of torque. It's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and in case you're wondering, the rear end is a 3.73, but we've got the 410 on this, making it the ideal apples-to-apples comparison to the Chevy Silverado that we ran up about a month ago.
Hi-oh, silver.
Here we go. Now, we don't start the clock, as always, till we get past the little yellow sign here, the little yellow merge sign. That is the official stop, and the time we're looking to beat is 10 minutes and 38 seconds. That's the Silverado's time. You got it floored?
Yep, wide open throttle.
Start. Here we go. We started. Clock is started. Wide open throttle. And luckily, since it's what they call mud season up here,
Yes.
we should be. Remember, the truck shift for itself.
Yeah, I know, but I want to find
The gear you're in?
Yeah, the gear I'm in. Am I forgetting how to do that?
I think you got to do it on the steering wheel. I think you got to move those, but that's going to delete. It's going to hide your.
But yeah, it's something to do with this. There we go.
Yeah.
And then I got to go all the way up to 5, 6. So we're in second gear.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Now we can watch them. Second gear.
Good.
I know coming up the ramp, we got to 5,000 RPM, was probably in first gear.
Yep.
That's interesting, Dane, about this. Come on, Andre, you got to move over. I got to get your lane. Oh, he's filming. Anyway, you hear that sound. That's wrapping up 4,500 RPM. That's 5,000 RPM. it doesn't have the same HEMI sound that the 5.7 does. Do you think? I mean, you were back there recording sound, and you folks can decide for yourself. To me, it's a little different than the 5.7.
It is a little different. It's not quite as throaty. It's not quite as raspy. Ken, do you think that Nathan would fit?
I think so. I think you can walk in there.
Yeah, I think him and Emmy would both fit, but no, Nathan.
It's our water totes, our normal ballast. The easiest way to add water to. We got 3 of them in there, making this trailer total weight 12,000 pounds. This is so nice. We can stop it where it goes. We don't have to feed it hay.
And best of all, they don't poop or pee.
Yes.
The idea, of course, is to go wide open throttle the whole way, and it starts at about 9,000, goes up to just under 12 or 11,000. And here comes the steep part. The first part isn't that steep, but now it's going to start to bite. So we're slowing down already. I can see it. Yeah,
we were running right around 5,400 RPM, so we're right against the red line.
Yeah.
We're peak horsepower, we're not peak torque, past peak torque.
Yeah, now we're slowing down, and now we are no longer exceeding the speed limit. Which we did by like 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, where are those flashing lights back there?
Hey, don't get all stressed out. We are now at the point where the Ike Tunnel is, 8 minutes ahead of us, and this is starting to bite. It's really starting to bite. Like I was saying, the cool thing is, at this time of year, it's called mud season up here, there's not a lot of people, so we should have a clean run. I also like the fact that we don't have the top-of-the-line model. No, we've got the Bighorn, and that means that we got some really nice amenities, including heated seats, heated steering wheel, and this big, I think it's about an 8-inch Uconnect screen. I think Ram has probably done the best job in class in packaging everything to make it look expensive and car-like. Once upon a time, trucks were basic, they were utilitarian, they were things that you got dirty. Nowadays, in this interior, I feel like I should be wiping my shoes and just being very careful how much mud I get in it. It's so nice.
Yeah, and this engine, comparing again to the 5.7, this has 1,000 RPM lower torque curve, so it gains power earlier than the 5.7. So that's part of the range, plus more horsepower and torque. But I mean, it's a better control for the engine for towing. I really like the way they got this one set up.
Well, and the biggest issue we had, if you go click on the link below, it'll take you to the Silverado heavy-duty gasser video, and the biggest issue we had there was it just kept hunting for the right gear, right?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, when it did hit to a lower gear, it went below the power band. So it's like losing turbo boost. You had to start all over again. Whenever it downshifted, instead of going right into your horsepower band or your torque band where it would hold steady, it dropped below that. And I never understood why. Maybe with that 8-speed automatic that the 6.2 has now, we'll see if their management of the gears is different. This Ram 2500 has the Ram box option, which is very nice. If you want to store things in here, you got a door on each side. It's plastic. It's got a drain hole for water. It has a light. It's got all the gaskets to seal it up. It has a thing if a child gets locked in there, they can pull the cord. It glows in the dark. And your key fob will actually unlock your cab, unlock the Ram box, and your tailgate all from one button, which is very nice. You got good storage here, but it also makes your bed a little less usable, but gives you a 4'1" area width-wise all the way through. So you can still get the plywood in there and all the things you want to do. You just don't have like a fender well. It's straight up. But also, because it does weigh something, you're going to lose about 140 pounds of payload weight due to the weight of the Ram box. Just like if you have a diesel, you lose the weight of the diesel from your payload. Anytime you add weight to the truck, you lose payload towing capacity, which is not very much, 140 pounds. You may or never notice it.
So you think this is going to jump down when it starts to slow down, when it starts to back?
We're second gear. We've been staying in second, and we're right under 4,000 RPM.
Yeah.
I think it will probably go to first at some point here.
Now, one of the cool things about actually both the Silverado and this truck is that it has cylinder deactivation.
Yes, I love MDS.
So what happens is when you're on a highway that's not going straight up to the top of the mountain, the truck will actually turn off 4 of the 8 cylinders to give you better fuel economy. Now we're averaging right now 2.7, and we did reset it before we started up the Gauntlet. Obviously we're using all 8 cylinders with this much weight.
Yes. On this cargo divider, it actually locks in place with your ignition key. So you can lock it in each one of these tabs, and then nobody will steal it. It's your ignition key. I love it. Great system. But I know if you're driving across Kansas and you don't have a trailer in the back, you could be doing 65 miles an hour in 4 cylinders. And I've done quite a bit driving this truck, and I actually can get 17 to 19 miles to the gallon when I was in that 4-cylinder. I loved it, actually. I mean, that's one way to get, and this is a 410 rear end. This is geared low for towing. And if you take that and you combine with MDS, and you've got a truck that's so usable for all the different things you would want it for, trailering, taking the family on trips, and affording the gas.
Boy, this road is really rough where the trucks are at, but we have really slowed down. We are at 35 miles an hour and still slowing down. I mean, this thing is really struggling at this point.
Right, people are passing us. There we go.
There it goes.
And we're in first.
Let's do a little test here. Hold on. Let's see the sound. So 75 at its loudest. It's not bad. It's still very quiet.
That's 5,500 RPM, so that's about wide open throttle on the RPM band.
Yeah, this engine is not the same as, you know, the light duty HEMI. That one's raspy. That one's got a little bit of that Challenger Charger rasp to it. This is more of a workhorse, I think.
That's true. That's true. That's why they sound different.
Yeah.
I just like that HEMI sound.
You do like that HEMI sound. So it is a HEMI, but I think we're getting a little different use here. Boy, we are struggling. 30 miles an hour. It's kind of rough.
With the new Ram 5-link suspension that has coil or airbag, it doesn't squat that much. Our squat here is, as you see, about 1 inch. Is what we've actually moved by putting the payload in the back and hooking up tongue weight from the trailer.
Let's talk about the suspension. You know, we do have those coil springs in the back.
Right. It's called a 5-link. That means there's 2 arms attaching a frame to the axle on each side, and then there's a tracking bar to keep it from the left and right. And you know, that makes for a tighter suspension. I really like it. I mean, this is being progressive. They have another name for it, but that just means the coils are wider and then they're closer together at the top. So the more load you get, the better support you get. Which is the half ton didn't have that. I always thought that would be nice to have progressive coil on the 1500, but it was a single rate coil. And 2, you know, you've got the airbag suspension option on this, which means it would self-level, and you know, that would be a nice support. I want to get one of those and take them for, you know, I've driven them in California like you have, pulling trailers, but that's never long enough. If we get one out here, we'll do a really good test on what an airbag suspension is on this 2500.
So the sign, Ken, said the tunnel is 3 minutes ahead of us, but at 30 miles an hour, it may be a little bit longer. And we are, look at this, we are 6 minutes into this challenge.
I'm surprised. I figured we'd hold second a little longer than that. But we're pulling 12,000 pounds. We have 500 pounds in the payload, plus whatever we weigh. Another thing, these tall Rams, they are the tallest in the class. We had to use a very long drop-down hitch on this to keep the trailer level. And you want a level trailer. This is what we had to do. We had to buy one just for the Ram.
We do have that 410 rear axle ratio, which is the same as we had in the Silverado, so it's really apples to apples here. Just some of the other things that we're getting are premium navigation. I like this, I think they used to call it Uconnect. It's a really nice system. It's easy to use. It's really user-friendly. And there are a lot of interesting and useful gauges that you can toggle through on the dashboard.
Right, that's a very nice gauge dashboard they have. I like the regular analog gauges, plus you can go digital in the middle.
Yeah, the digital part's really useful.
Yeah.
So you've got oil temperature, transmission temperature, you've got your, obviously, we're in our MPG, average MPG mode, because that's the number that we want to see. And current MPG is 3. But there's a lot of useful stuff if you're towing that I like. And even if you're not towing, it's really nice to know some of those numbers. It gives you a lot of confidence. Some of the other things that we got here, obviously, is that 6.4 liter HEMI. That is a $1,495 option, by the way.
Yeah.
Not as expensive.
A lot different than a diesel option.
Oh, yeah.
Now this Ram, being a 2500 HD, has the towing mirrors. It's a towing mirror option, which I really like. It's got the most reach of any of the other brands. I mean, it may not be the biggest glass surface, but the biggest reach, which is what you want to see around a trailer that's 8.5 feet wide. Of course, this folds in. New for 2015, this folds in under power. So that's something you look forward to. You look buying a 15. But this here folds over for when you're not towing with a trailer. It's a little more refined, a little less drag for the wind. But great mirror.
And it doesn't have the ISIN.
Right. It has the regular Ram transmission. I think it's a 68 RFE, 6-speed.
And what we're looking at a total price of $49,755. It's a base price of $41,330. There are a lot of goodies here. You've got heated seats. You've got heated steering wheel. You, of course, have the this big display. The one thing that I would like are running boards.
Well, that's true. That's true. I think on this tall of a truck, we showed the hitch. You have to extend the hitch. You might as well get some running boards, unless you're only, planning on doing off-roading. I mean, that's nice. Otherwise, it's a lot of jumping to get in this truck.
Okay, it looks like you're pushing, man.
I am. I want to make sure I'm on open throttle, so I push so hard that my toes start cramping, so that I know I'm still pushing hard, because the truck's not responding. I'm not going anywhere, so I have to have another gauge for myself to know that I'm all the way to the floor, and I have been the whole way.
I think we're in first gear.
We have been in first for quite a while.
Yeah, and we're doing, what is that, 30 miles an hour up to so.
Yeah. Now, that's another thing I like about the dash, is you can go to a digital readout on your miles per hour, which I like. Otherwise, you're trying to read between dashes and you're never really accurate. The digital dash, like your GPS has, is nice to see the numbers.
I'm not sure about this. I see the tunnel, but we are now 9 minutes into it.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, this is going to be a nail biter.
Boy, I am surprised.
A nail biter.
On this Ram HD 2500, in the crew cab, the back seat on the floor, you have a lot of compartments, one on each side. And on this side, I'll pull this out. It actually has a tray. So you can clean it out, dump it out, put ice in it, whatever you want to do. I really like this. And the other thing back here is this seat. It folds up, and you have another part that folds out. It has legs, folds down flat. Now, you do that to both sides. You can put your big screen TV in there. You can haul some big groceries in there. And you can put your sleeping bags, actually sleep in the back of this. This is a large crew cab back seat. I love this.
We got a minute to get to the top of the Eisenhower Tunnel before we have a new champion, and that champion might be the Silverado if this doesn't pick up. And the tail, the kind of the sting in the tail right here is that it actually gets a lot steeper as we get closer to the tunnel. So it's not going to get any easier for this truck. Right, we are now at 10 minutes, guys. 38 seconds. I'd say we're less than a quarter mile from the tunnel, but the problem is we're only doing 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Do we need to fold our mirrors in? What do we have to do?
It's these big ass mirrors, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But the Gauntlet is a true test in my mind, and of course I hope in your minds, of a truck's ultimate towing ability. We let the truck shift itself, we just floor it, and we hope for a clean run, and today we have a clean run. It's great. Nobody's gotten in front of us. It's funny, at the bottom, we were definitely pushing the speed limit.
Yes.
And not exceeding it by just a little bit. But here,
yeah, I'm surprised. The semis are passing.
We've just gone over 1038.
Oh my gosh.
So now...
Yeah, I thought it stayed in second gear longer. And I can't blame axle ratios. They're the same between this and Chevy.
And the Chevy did I believe it was 2.5 mpg on the way up. And we are at 2.8. So we got a little bit better mpg, but it's going to be a much slower time, Ken. It's going to be about a minute slower. Wow. Those lights up ahead is where it stops. And here's where we're at. We're already at 11:15.
Yeah, that's going to take some explaining to figure out how this happened.
Yeah.
I am surprised.
I am surprised too, but the results speak for themselves.
There you go. Yeah, in both runs, the Chevy was a clean run too.
Yeah.
So we can't blame traffic. Yeah.
And I'd say the weather was about the same, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not that cold. It's probably 72 degrees. Yeah.
11:38 right now.
Wow.
And you've got that thing planted, right?
Yep, I've got crampy toes. I know I'm planted.
Right. And here comes the stop. Not yet, not yet. Oh my gosh, it's like a nail biter, and boom! There we go, guys. Check it out, 11:51.
Wow, I wonder if we got a flat tire or something.
So we are a full minute over what the Chevy did it in. And in fact, only minute 15-ish. Very surprising indeed.
Yes, it is. I would not have bet that way.
And our MPG was a little better at 2.8. We were at 2.5, so a little bit better there. Go, guys. In case you can't read it, there's the time. For all you Ford, Chevy, and of course, Ram engineers out there, there's the time. Well, that was indeed surprising. Who would have thunk that a truck with more horsepower and more torque would be slower?
Yes, it was a surprise.
But we still have one more truck that we have to test.
the big Ford for 15.
That's right. Michael, are you listening to us? Send us the Ford. As always, this is Iron Dumpling and
Wet Whiskers, 10-4.
Whiskers. I don't even want to know where that came from. Thanks for watching, and check out tfltruck.com and mrtruck.com for more news, views, and of course, truck reviews. See you next time. Ciao.
10-4, awesome.